and welcome to Ramplifi. We are still here. The college has not canceled this wonderful ASB production. Haley's in the background. Say hello, Haley.
Hi.
Why did you put your hand up waving? No one can see you.
I don't know. It was just a habit.
Okay. Wow. All right. Hey, we have another alumni that we're going to feature for this episode. All of you watching this, like if you live locally, I'm sure you have seen their face every time you're laying in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning because you can't fall asleep. Maybe you're going to the bathroom and you're scrolling through TikTok or Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Cozy Lie Official is here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So your real name's Eli. So what do you want? Do you want to be called Cozy for this? You want to be called Eli? What's your preferred name here?
Let's use Cozy. Let's keep the stage name.
Okay.
Keep the real name.
The stage name. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he sounds like an influencer. This should be exciting. So you're kind of like a micro influencer. You're making a name for yourself,
Yeah.
right? We'll talk about the alumni aspect and how you're connected with Victor Valley College a little later in the show. But how did this all start for you? Like, I do know that like you had like Frenchie bulldogs that you were breeding and stuff, but how did that translate to what you're doing now online?
I think what happened was I just wanted to be more in front of the camera. I started off doing content with like the French bulldogs, but I wanted to be known. I wanted my face on there. So I just started going around doing food trucks and it blew up.
Do you have a preference on what type of food trucks, what genre of food, culinary delights that you prefer more than others?
When I first started, I was going anywhere. I was living on my own, so I was like, whatever food truck wants to give me free food, I'll take it. But
starving artist mentality, I love that.
Yeah, that's what we started as. But now, I mean, I hit anything.
Have you had an allergic reaction yet to something?
I think I have. So I have a small allergy to walnuts, but I don't tell people because it's like very small.
Tell us what happens.
And so when I eat walnuts, my lips get itchy, my throat gets scratchy.
And you can't breathe or whatever?
It gets a little tight.
You got to EpiPen yourself?
It's not that bad.
Not that bad.
Not that bad. But yeah, it gets a little tight and stuff.
But you're a paramedic or an EMT, so you could save your own life.
Hopefully. I never had to, but hopefully I can.
Doing CPR on yourself, that'd be interesting to watch. Make sure your camera guy who's here today is there for the content if and when you have an allergic reaction.
Yeah, definitely. He's always on it. He gets everything.
Cool. So where are you now with it? Like how many, at the time of this podcast, how many followers do you have online?
Just on Instagram alone, we're coming up on 18,000 followers.
Why is it so low?
What? That is crazy. I mean, it is low. Don't get me wrong. It is low, but we're coming up.
No. I think for the high desert audience, I think you're doing a great job. It's entertaining to watch.
Thank you.
Let's see. What I want to ask you, and we're going to save it for a little later on in the show, is the diversifying, because you do more than just food reviews. You're doing other businesses as well. You're also doing promotions and things of that nature. But before we move forward with that, another question that I wanted to kind of get into is, where do you find the time to have a full-time job and then have a full-time persona with social media? Because when we talk about life-work balance or work-life balance, it's kind of tricky to do stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I think, what I believe is everybody has time for anything. You have a passion, you'll make time for it. But that's something I struggle with myself, is finding a balance. I'm still struggling with it. But if you have a passion for something, you'll find time to pursue it.
A lot of people, because this is the high desert, they kind of fall into what can be classified as like a rut. Same thing day in, day out, and they don't really get to those passion projects that you're speaking of. How do you overcome that? And you know what I'm talking about. We see it everywhere we go with maybe people that we interact with in general, in the general population. So how do you overcome that to make sure that you're not in a rut and you're constantly changing it up for yourself with the routine that you have right now to get content done?
How do I
How do you allow yourself not to get into a rut to continue to make content?
I mean, I just keep pushing myself.
What do you tell yourself?
There you go. I'm sorry. I was struggling right there. I tell myself just keep going. No matter how tired I am, there's times where I wake up, I have bags under my eyes. I don't want to go out. You got to have that inner want, and everybody has it, but it's just, you got to have it within yourself, believe in yourself, and just know that there's more out there for yourself.
And before we wrap up and go to our quick break here, have you ever had a shoot that you've done that did not go according to plan, and maybe it's never seen the light of day?
Oh yeah, there's so many videos that I have in the vault that I cannot push out because there's either something was said that I can't put it out there, even if I edit it, it just makes no sense, or there's just like the business was not the way I wanted it to be. So there's things in the vault that I can't push out.
Okay, fair enough. And I'm going to talk to him about that stuff while we're at break, just, because I want to know. But when we come back, we have some more here. It's Cozy Lie Official. He's in the studio for Ramplifi, and he's a VVC alum. We're going to talk a little bit about that when we come back. Don't go away.